every mistake, every problem that you've had is really on you, right when you get about 21 years old, because it's based off of your decisions. And how long you stay in that situation is based off of you too. So if you actually start at 21 and you look back from your current age to age 21, and you look at each problem, each issue, whether it's financial, whether it's relationship, health-wise, it's based off of a decision that you made. You have to own up to that, take responsibility for that, and then move forward. And so for me, when I started really looking at my life, I shedded some tears. I decided, okay, it's all on me. And once I took that responsibility, I made my life into what I wanted it to be every day, every day.
When did that happen? When did you take that look back, shed those tears? Was there like a traumatic situation, a scenario?
There's always going to be a traumatic situation, probably.
Let's get the dirt here. Yeah.
There was a traumatic situation that happened where I basically went through a financial heartbreak. And it was a financial heartbreak based off of a relationship, based off of a divorce. And I realized, I looked at myself and I said...
Welcome to the club.
I looked at myself and I said, you know what? You have a lot of talent. You have a lot of skills. But this thing that's happening to you right now is because you slipped. You did not do what you needed to do for the best interest of yourself and for your children. You know, and so once I realized that, I said to myself, it's on you. From now on, it's just on you. So at that point, I took responsibility. And even though it hurt, and even though it was raw and it was disgusting, I said, you know what? That did happen to me. But if I had did this, this, and this, it would have been different. And so I didn't do those things, even though I had the choice to do it. And so now when I am sitting there and I'm looking at a situation, I base it off of the best decision for me and those little kids that I have. And as long as I can do that, it's always a win.
So leading up to this, you know, this moment, was your self-confidence shot when you're looking at what's going on and you're realizing, man, this is... The other person probably had a lot to do with it, but I mean, it sounds like you were having a real honest conversation, which we all need to have, which not enough people have, because we got a real victim mentality going around. Like that's the real pandemic, is everybody thinking that everybody else is either responsible for their success or their failure, not what's looking back in the mirror.
Exactly.
When you had that realization, you had that discussion with yourself, and you started making these decisions, painful, probably decisions, hard decisions, and you started doing hard work to get dug out of that space. Did your confidence and the love that you had for yourself, did you just find that started going up
through the roof? It went straight through the roof,
even though maybe it didn't show in your bank account yet.
It didn't show in my bank account. It didn't even show really in my day-to-day emotions. But one day I was in my car and I let down the visor and I looked at myself in the mirror and I said, I love you. And once I said that, I realized, I said, you know what? That's all it takes. If I love myself enough, I'm not going to belittle myself. I'm not going to take less. I'm not going to sacrifice myself. I'm not going to endure pain that I don't have to endure. You know what I mean?
I do, because I think a lot of people think that, well, people who don't like themselves, they just struggle with depression, and life's hard and things like that. And I've struggled with depression for a long time too. But it's also, you be kind to everyone, but you don't have to be fucking nice.
Right, exactly.
And if you're gonna come at me, I'm gonna smile back, but I'm defending myself.
Right.
And you can best believe that what's coming down the hallway at you, if you fire at me, is not going to be something that you're going to like back.
Exactly.
And instead of just being a punching bag, and when you don't have energy and you don't have love for yourself and you are down on yourself and you are belittling yourself, you do go, oh, maybe I just deserve that. You know how often I hear this, oh, it's probably just my destiny to be a fuck up. No, it's not, man.
It's
Your
not.
destiny is the product of your decisions, the little ones, the big ones, every single day.
Exactly, exactly. And one of the things that people have to understand that words are spells. That's why they call it spelling. So you have to speak
Amazing.
that thing into yourself. You have to talk to yourself. You have to tell yourself that you love yourself. When people ask me, how's your day? I'll either say excellent or perfect because that's where I'm striving. That's where I'm going to.
Love it.
That's what I want. I want the end of today to be the best day that I've had. And so there's no way to do that if you're in that, this is just a horrible day. You can't do it because you're speaking it into existence.